nights ago, but I was like dying laughing. Like I was like,
What? No, was it when we were looking at the car that was covered in shell? Well, I have to check this up because I sent you two. There was one that was a
there
car that
was
was covered
some
in
shit
shells.
where I just been laughing like so hard. Like I'm just like, what is this? Like,
Oh, and then there was the no, that one wasn't as cool.
no, there
Oh,
was something last night where we were
there was
just
the
like,
yacht. That's what I remember. And I remember you were saying like the yacht was so big. Okay, so get this, people. There's this guy that
no.
put up his yacht in Miami, Florida on Facebook Marketplace for $16 million. Okay, might I add you, this is Facebook
Mhm.
Marketplace, all right? And this yacht is like a fucking Virgin Cruise Line ship,
I like
okay?
zoomed in on part
Yeah.
of the photo. Like there's like these antennas with like these, I don't know, what do you call those things? It's like a satellite. There's like all
Yeah,
these freaking satellites. Like
and discs.
it's nuts. I like zoomed in on all of them and like took a picture of just that. I love doing that. Like I'll like zoom in on the worst part of the
Oh
photo
my
and like
god.
zoom in like
You're
more and more
right.
and more and more. I feel like phones have like they've caught on to me. Now they only let you zoom like so much, but I used to like zoom in on like a person's like nostril until it was like so big.
This is a cruise line. This is
Like
a
if you do this, you know, and then you got like the neck like stuff under here. I used
wow.
to take a photo and then zoom in on just like that part where like
Okay.
that's like all you could see.
So basically a sex fetish that could be profitable on onlyfans.com for $19.99. I'm just putting it out there.
That's pretty low.
Okay, $49.95.
Doable.
Yeah, it's more rounded as a number. You know, it's $49.95. It's not $49.99. It's
95.
$49.95.
14.99.
I like $14.99. $14.99 is a good price.
It is. Just in general, it's like it's a really good price. Like people are like, I can do that. You know,
Yeah,
like everybody's like, sure, fine. Okay.
yeah. And
15
then
bucks. Even though we all know it'll be more than 15 bucks cuz
yeah,
taxes
with
haven't been a
taxes and
cent.
things, yeah, it's usually about like 16.13 or 16.45
Dude,
depending
when
on
I
what
was a
state.
kid, I remember when they changed the tax from like 5 cents to like 6 cents.
I'm only 25. You're not that old, thankfully. I mean, you're gorgeous and young
How much
and
is it now?
I
I don't
think
even know. But no, I remember.
sales tax? Are you saying
Yeah,
okay.
is it is it like I remember when it was 12 cents.
6% in Florida. And Iowa
Are
sales
they
tax is also 6%. So
so 6 cents on a dollar? Is that 6 cents on a dollar?
the rate for both is 6, though an additional 1% applies to most sales subject to sales taxes. Many jurisdictions impose a local option sales tax. So yes. So money to the okay, so you're correct.
So what is it in LA? You want me to
All right.
look? I can look.
We can check. You ready, boys?
Sales tax in Los Angeles.
We about to get wild up in here. Oh my god, I'm telling you, we're like getting some accountants right now so fucking horny in their car. Like, I hope you don't crash.
9.5? I swear like it was like
9.
over like 12 or something.
Yeah, but 9.5 is still quite high. That's almost
9.5.
10%.
I can't believe that it hasn't gone up more. Like I really thought we were already at like 12 point something. And then I thought Iowa had went way past 6 point something.
Wow, New York sales tax is only 4%. I thought it was higher than that. Interesting.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, it's probably because income and property taxes are probably higher.
So Des Moines, Iowa is 7%. Oh, minimum combined sales tax rate. Iowa is 7. This is the total county. This is currently 6. Oh, so there's like a county and then there's a state that's like 1. No, the county has 1% sales tax and the state has 6 with a combined 7. So I
Wow,
wonder
this is so
if
fucking complicated.
LA has some bullshit too where you've got like a combination of the two. And that's why it's more than 9.5 is my guess.
It very much as a libertarian, I very much despise taxes.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it's not just because I'm a libertarian, it's because like I'm not I'm not smart enough to fix the problem, okay? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is there has to be a better solution than this bullshit. I mean, come on, people.
It's gone too high is what, like, it's just gone up too much. Like, it's just too much. Like, I'm really sure with as many people as we have that they're definitely getting way too much. Like, it's just like, it's not necessary for it to increase anymore. I'm talking about the income taxes. I think that income taxes are unnecessary, like, to the extent, but I also, like, I don't know anything about that. I'm more just expressing what it's like to live, like, from my perspective, and what I've dealt with is
Emphasis on living,
yeah.
because that is the number one thing I have to say sometimes feels like the hardest thing to do. Because we like mentioned before, we've like been having really hard weeks. I I literally came to the realization that my rent is being raised and I might have to leave the state of Florida at this point. And then like you got fired because
Yeah, do you
you're
see my name?
fired. Yeah, I know. But just a little throw out there for any fans, because we might throw this out in the later.
Someone was
Karissa.
very disrespectful to me. Like, just for anybody who, like, loves and supports me, somebody treated me like shit.
Like real shit. But yeah, basically Karissa puts different names whenever we do a recording. And this time around it's called Fired. We'll start throwing those out throughout the
Last time,
episodes for you to catch them. But
because when I
yes.
go on and change it, it shows me last week's name.
Mm-hmm.
And last week my name was Too Much.
Yeah. Emphasis on too much.
Too much. Yeah, they're always like little sassy, like I can like put it out there and it makes you like feel a little bit better. Like I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
fired this
There you
week.
go, bitches.
Look at your little curl. Your little hair curl.
Oh, sorry.
I remember when your hair was like 100 different colors there for a couple months. Yeah, there was like a moment there where your hair was like a bunch of it was always
It,
changing. Like each week I'd be like, "Whoa, Dave, look at your hair."
yeah, now I'm just
It's crazy. It's like all like just your natural color now.
pretty
It's
much
completely grown out. Yeah.
now look like Dave. But going back to what happened to you at work
Oh, you want to
with this
talk about
crazy,
my boss just like
yeah, because
screaming at
I
me?
heard the recording like several times, and I had even my coworkers listening to the recording because I needed them to be as witness. Like I
It's
told them
like
also the backstory, and I was just like,
there's no reason for that. Like it's just so dramatic and over the top. Like I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like like I cannot understand why anyone would ever act that way ever. Like ever for any reason. Like there's it was crazy. I don't know, my boss just started freaking screaming at me, telling me to leave. It was crazy. I
took your laptop and then didn't let you work, and then told you to leave.
It is true. That did happen.
Because you
Yeah.
were taking basically Carissa was taking her things out of her desk
Well, my boss,
because went through
she
your stuff the day
well,
prior.
she threatened to fire me. So, I just kind of figured like I felt like she was gonna scream at me and like not give me a chance to like get my stuff out. And because she's acting completely unpredictable and she's acting like really chaotic and crazy and she's like threatening to fire me and I was like, well fuck, like the last thing I want is for all my stuff like to be here. And also it just like felt like really awkward and strange to have like pictures of my family in like a place where somebody is like abusing me. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like put these things in my car. So like on my break, I like put everything in my car and she like flipped out. And I wasn't planning on quitting at all. Like I would never do that. And she was just like, well, if you're quitting, you don't need your laptop. And I was like, I'm not quitting. And then she just took my laptop. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. And I was like, you threatened to fire me. And she was like, what are you doing then? And I was like, well, I was going to work, but you took my laptop. Like, I came to work. Like, I wouldn't show up here on time to work if I wasn't going to work today. I didn't expect you to yell at me all morning. I thought I was going to have a normal day where I work. No, apparently not. So she's just freaking out at me. And I don't know. She just yelled at me until she made me leave. It was crazy. Don't put any of that on the pod clip. It's too shitty. Like honestly, it's just I'm just saying like that it was just one of
It
the most
is.
horrible moments of my life, like to be honest. And now it's on this episode of the podcast, but
No, it's
yeah,
fine. Listen, you have to talk
it was
about
terrible.
you
Like
have.
I just have to say people are treated like shit in the workforce. Like I found out a lot of terrible things about my boss after she did that, cuz it's like after people treat you really really horrible, other people come out and tell you all the terrible things that they've done to them too, that's been done. And it's just like shit, like yeah, I the workforce is really really it's a very very unfair place. I have I think that there's a lot of advantage taken of employees, like intensely everywhere in all kinds of industries. Teachers, estheticians like me, salespeople like you, like it's
Artists,
just everywhere.
well,
Managers,
specifically
artists,
underground artists, yeah.
people who clean, labor, construction, everything. Like,
Even sex workers.
yeah, the abuse is just out of control. Like the way that people just there's what you signed up to do, and like being disrespected and talked down to and be walked all over and not being heard and like being overworked is not part of what you were hired for. You're still doing your job. You don't need to do all the other stuff too. Like it's like if you're doing your job, you should be just fine. I don't
You should
know.
be able to just go through your course, do what you need to do. But for some odd reason, it doesn't seem like life always works that way. It sometimes seems like it has another plan that it's deciding or making or brewing. Actually, I like brewing better.
What
Yeah, brewing.
happened just happened out of nowhere. Like she'd always been kind of rude and was like always kind of like, and I mean, I kind of got these vibes every once in a while, but I did not think that that was going to happen this week. Like that shocked the holy shit out of me. And I'll probably have to just change the subject and just like move away from it
No,
completely.
honestly, this kind of reminds me. This is completely different. But what I.
At least she let me go, dude. Like at least she didn't keep me around and just like freaking abuse me like for ongoing forever, cuz it's like I'm really I never would have quit. Honestly. I mean for multiple reasons I never would have quit. I mean one of them is just
Unemployment.
my mom. I could hear her voice. Better find another job first. Like I could just and I was like, so I will sit here and I will put up with this woman and I will do my job. Like I'm just like like I'm like, okay.
You're able to
Like
put up with a lot.
it's just
Surprisingly, I've learned that over the years. You can put up with a lot, Karissa.
I could put up
Uh,
with anything.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fucking yeah, big time. I mean,
Like
I know this is completely different and it's not related in any way, but what I dealt with my ex when we broke up, because I kind of had that mindset of where I'm not breaking up. Like I that's not what I'm doing here. This is not and then it was interpreted like I was.
You're like, "Okay, so never
Yeah.
mind."
And then it was like, okay, so we are. Okay, cool. So now we're on the same page. You know,
Oh,
job and like breakup are two completely different things. However, they have a lot of similarities where you kind of walk out of those situations and you're like, huh, there were a lot of things I didn't like about the situation to begin with. So I'm kind of happy like I'm out of there. You know, there's like the aftermath shock of you feel, damn. But then as you further go by, you're like, I'm actually kind of happy I'm not there.
my boss threatened to fire me or, more or less threatened my job or kinda acted like, like, "Well, you only have to work here if I want you to," or like some shit like that. And she did that, yes, the first day. And then and she was really, really terrible that day. Like I could go on and on about that. And I've got a whole little explanation for what that day was like,
The very first day.
the first day of her abuse. And I went home. Well, I said to her,
Well, this is an intense episode.
I said to
Keep
her,
going. I'm loving this. Get the cameras rolling.
it's
Action.
it's a turbulent work environment, like, to threaten somebody's job like that. Like, I don't think that it's necessary for what we're trying to do right now, like, for what we're working on. Like, I just like, I was just like, I wasn't being rude, I'm just kinda like,
No.
it's really and I just like, where do you think where do I think I'm gonna get with letting my boss know that it creates a turbulent work environment to, like, threaten people in that kind of way or remind somebody of that. I just have to say that there was absolutely no need for the person to have reminded me. I was already completely committed to doing everything that my job needs me to do. In no way did I need someone to remind me that I could lose my job. Like, I'm like,
There are
I'm
people that
already
are stuck
doing
in their
everything I can. Like, telling me that you could fire me can't make me do more. I'm doing all of it. Like,
there are people that are stuck in a shell. And the reality for those are the world revolves around
it
them
doesn't make any
and nobody
sense.
else.
Like, I
And
was
they
just
make
like,
very rational
okay, well,
decisions.
I just know better. I know that that's
No, I
really
know.
mean and
I-
really like over the top and that
Insensitive.
yeah,
Hmm.
and, like, you really should there's no need for it, and, like, it doesn't create, like, better work, and nor did we really need anything better, like, it was just nuts, like, so I will say it's a risky thing to do as an employee to, like, say, like, "Hey, I know that you're not supposed to threaten my job like that, like for no real reason with no actual like structure to like talking to me about it. Like it was just wild. And I didn't do it in a rude way or smart ass way or any type of, like, hey, don't do that to me. Like I was just
I
kind of
know.
like, hey, like I that creates like a turbulent work environment for me. Like it's really not going to help anything. It's
No.
going to put a lot of stress on me and I just don't I've been working my ass off here. Like I don't think that I didn't say that, but it's like I've been doing everything I can. Like I can't it won't make anything any different. Like I because I'm
The
already doing it
Yeah,
all.
but the thing is, like, if she has her decision really finalized in her head,
Yeah, I
regardless if
know.
it's
I think it
irrational,
was all made up, like, way before any of it. I could kinda tell that. Yeah, because I told you it seemed something to do with the computer, like, I think she wanted the computer for her son. I told you that, right? Like, it was just kinda it seemed like it was all already planned out before she ever even started freaking out on me on Monday and micromanaging me and just acting totally, like, her voice was just
Yeah, and
like
she said something
you
about
called her
being
a Karen. Yeah.
well, she definitely clarifies and classifies as a Karen, but there was a
Her
thing where
voice is just off the charts, dude.
she says something
Like
about her being an independent
she's like the movie
business.
Blow.
Hmm?
The movie Blow. She's
Never
like
watched it.
Penelope Cruz. She's like, "Ah, bah, 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 bah."
But what did she say? She says something about like being an independent business that she didn't have to like disclose to you. She used a very
I
specific
probably
term.
can't like go into that many details about just like
No,
stuff
I
that
know, but
she
I want to go.
said,
I need to get
but I
into
can
the
talk
nitty
about
gritty.
like things that I've done and my feelings and things like that,
But
but
I do want to like.
that's not
But that was
really.
just complete. Okay, but honestly, that was completely kind of fascinating and interesting to me. Is like you can't give a wait, wait. You can't.
Found out that you are allowed to treat employees like trash. That's disappointing to me. Just so you know, guys, apparently it's totally fine for employers to treat you like trash.
They don't actually have to give you a reason as to why they fire you. It turns out that's not a
No,
requirement.
they're allowed to just like
Fire you.
shit all over you. As long as it doesn't have anything to do with your ethnicity or your sexual orientation or your age, they are allowed to shit on you.
Wow.
Uh,
So, but okay, but all
yeah. So
seriousness
if they
though,
do shit on you for any of those 3 reasons, then you've got something
milk the
for
teat.
you.
Listen, milk the teat. Let me tell you, like, if you
Because
need a
that's
true,
really awful. But in general, other than that, they're allowed to pretty much just shit on you.
yeah, like actually like record and like post it on OnlyFans for 49.95. Oh, sorry,
14.99.
14.99. I forgot we're in an economy that needs things at a lower price.
Yeah, I don't know if we can air this episode. I'm just kidding.
No, we can 100% hear this episode because let me
I
tell
think
you,
we can because
we are we are the furthest of X rating. I mean, if there was a dick that can go straight up the steel pipe and get stuck in there, and you can't get out, because some people will do that sometimes. Like their dick will just get stuck in the fucking pipe, and it's like, bro,
yeah.
like what were you thinking, man? Like you thought you'd just be able to get it out? Like, nah, we have to go to the hospital now.
We'll just say that I work at a store called Events by Creation. That's the place that I've been
Or
talking
you
about.
can be. There's a place. I'm not even kidding. It's called Badcock Furniture. That's the name
Is
of
that a
this.
New York thing?
No, it's here in Florida. It's called Badcock's Furniture and more. And more.
How do they spell it?
Badcocks. They don't even try to cover it up. Like it's just full on in like orange letters on their
Why? Why
truck.
is
I
it? Is
don't.
that their? Is it?
It's probably a family name. Can you
How?
imagine if that was your family name?
How do you get that family name? Like, how is that what's like placed on your
I
family?
don't know, like being extremely like enriched of incest British culture, spanning hundreds of thousands of years. Well, hundreds of years, not thousands.
I feel like
Hundreds.
I've heard the last name Badcock, and it like hasn't even like stuck out to me as like bad cock. But then when you see it on like a billboard or like on like neon letters, it's like
I was like, did anybody like in the marketing team think for a second like this was a good idea?
yeah, or like
Like,
maybe we shouldn't use our family name.
no, let's just use furniture and more.
That's the like. Do you remember the SNL? I know you never didn't really watch a lot of it, but there was the SNL.
Not that big of a Pete Davidson fan, unfortunately.
It
Yeah,
wasn't Pete Davidson.
no, I know. I just had to throw that
This
out there because
one,
you're doing
Sofa King, and it's so fucking, But
like the
Sofa
ultimate
King
fucking. Uh huh.
was a couch store that is Sofa King, you know? And
Just sells
it's like
couches.
yeah, and they would do these commercials for Sofa King, and they would be like, "It's so fucking great," and then like they would like do all these little, they'd show them like around the store and like do like a really cheesy like Sofa King, and then like it would like zoom in on different people and they'd be like, "This is so fucking wonderful," like, and it was great because people weren't really allowed to say the F word on TV that much when it came out, so it was really funny. But that's always been a joke. So it's funny that you're talking about Badcock Furniture because like Sofa King was like just totally made up and yours is like actually real, but they're
You know,
both like furniture
it's
stores.
genuine. You can walk into those doors and be like, "Hi, employees that work at Badcock's Furniture and More. How are you today? Are you enjoying your experience at Badcock's Furniture and More? Because I want to know how your experience at Badcock's Furniture and More is doing."
There's nobody with like the name like, their last name is like Bad Pussy,
No, Bad
like
Pussy would be amazing. Like Bad Pussy Furniture and More would be so much better.
I don't know, I was trying to think like, I mean like I don't really know what other name would be like the equivalent, because you wouldn't say like bad vagina, because like vagina is like more of like the technical term, so
Ooh,
we're not saying like
you could say
bad
Bad Vagine.
bad vagine.
Bad Vagine. Or Batty Vagine. Batty
Yeah,
Vagine.
no, I don't know why it got called Badcock's Furniture, but I also don't understand why Badcocks got turned into a name, you know.
It's the same way that people that were called Richard used to shorten it to Dick and didn't like think twice, you know? I mean that
I
was a
still don't
thing.
know I don't know where that came from or why it was created or anything like that.
Why Richard is I don't know.
Do you
It's
know
kind
what
of
Gus is short for?
it's not Gustavo.
Oh, the haha. Gustav.
It's Gustav.
Yeah.
It's Gus.
Yeah.
Gus
I
George just
think so.
Gus just reminds me of the guy that works in the mechanic shop, like in the Midwest. You know, that gas station slash mechanic shop.
Gus.
Yeah, and he like does crack at 12.
In Cinderella, she
Gus Gus.
named, yeah, Gus Gus.
But
Gus Gus is one of my
yeah, but
favorites.
it's double. It's Gus Gus. It's
Gus
not just
Gus.
Gus. It's Gus Gus.
Well, what did she name him? I think she named him Cornelius or like something like strange. Or was it just Gus Gus?
I think it was just
She
Gus
goes,
Gus.
she was like, "We'll name you this." And it was like something really crazy. And then it was like, "But we'll call you Gus Gus."
I haven't seen that movie since I was about 9. So I'm not in depth with, you know,
Cornelius. When I watched or when I read Fight Club, he used to go to like the meetup groups and they'd all wear these little like name tags with their names on them.
yeah, that says hello, I'm
Hello, I am. And he would always put like some random ass name on there. And like Cornelius was one of the names that he would write a lot. It's just
it's
such a badass little idea to just be putting like random ass like big names on your like hello, my name is. Cause it's like
hello,
it's
my name
so
is Pekka Chicka
ironic.
Chicka Chick. Hello, my name is Pekka Chicka Chick. Sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like it is such great storytelling because he's like putting himself out there by saying hello, my name is, but then it's like fake. Like it's like very shielded. It's like exactly what he's doing. Like it's just perfect. I don't know. I'm high.
I mean, I like imagine like putting on there like a name like Josiah.
I know it'd be so much fun to just put like really serious names on
No,
there.
but I would honestly put Josiah as in JoeSeyhai.
Joe, Saya,
Josiah.
Josiah. But you should name it with like like spell it with like a sigh in there so that people are like Joe.
Saya. Saya. I'm
So
on Saya.
no, you need to sigh in the middle of the name.
Is that better? I need to practice my size.
You just say Joe. I don't know. It was
It sounds like
bad.
a real
It's a
like
bad joke.
gangster. Yeah. What? You
I
say,
like it was funny. I don't know.
what did you say before? You said something joke.
It was a bad joke. It
Oh,
was
I completely misread what you said. I thought you said something completely something else.
oh, oh, oh.
Like, look, it's like, I just, Dave, don't you dare. Black jokes.
What?
Because one of the things that I always love is especially like old gangster culture, specifically like here in the United States.
What, you mean like gangs in New York or
Yeah,
like
especially like the black
Run
gangs in New York. Like
DMC?
these people, they would have the most outlandish names.
Oh,
And
they'd
like
like give themselves really crazy like gang
yeah,
names.
and like those names kind of like represented their character and personality.
I was just thinking about the name Sir Mix-a-Lot
Oh, I love that name.
and how creative that is. Like, I was really just like in my car and it just like hit me for a minute. And I'm like, damn, like nobody does that anymore, you know?
Or like Ice Cube.
Well, after I thought of Sir Mix-a-Lot, there was another one that came to mind where I was just like, holy shit, people had like some poppin' names back
Salt
then.
and Pepper.
Well, yeah.
That's a classic.
But Sir Mix-a-Lot,
I know is another level. 100% is another level.
it really is. It's like, why is he referencing like Elizabethan times or like even before that? Like, why is he referencing Camelot? Like, why is that
Sir
happening?
Mix-a-Lot.
Why is he why is he like rapping from like whatever hood he's in, but decided that he was gonna like make a name where he's like,
All
like
over. I know.
at the Renaissance fair, like, word
Yeah,
to your mother.
yeah. I mean, he was very much far from that. I mean, it was
I
more of like big
know.
booties cannot lie.
I have no idea why that name was created, but I
But
wanna find
I
out.
I listen.
Yeah.
I love it, and we thank him very much for his creative endeavors and prospects and booties. 'Cause shake that thing all night. Dun, dun, dun. But anyway, this has been this has been an interesting turn of events.
I vented for a minute. I don't
A
know if it
minute.
was a good thing or
No,
not.
I think it was excellent. Get out all
Hopefully,
that
this
shit.
doesn't get a lot of viewership, but
I
it's
hope it
like,
does. I hope this thing's fucking blows up.
oh my
Like this is our
god.
viral moment of just like,
What if I get, like, sued to death? I don't think there's anything but
well,
it's
then we
just
have more
scary.
things to film and talk about. It's so exciting. I'm very excited.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I
It's
didn't do
not
anything wrong
fair.
either, but listen, when drama comes, honey child, take out that camera and you start recording because guess what? You have a best selling series
Dude,
right
there's
there.
no it's not drama, it's just, like I mean, it is drama, but it's like this woman, she just, like, went off. Like, I
Maybe
had a
she wanted to go
job,
off.
I was working, I was doing good, like, just bullshit. I just drew the cutest little flower, and it has, like, a little smiley face.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I've
Are
been
you
trying to
that
make
high that you're
myself
drawing smiley
happy.
face flowers?
Oh, yeah, 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 you should see it, it's really cute. You wanna see it?
Yeah, take a picture so I can
Yeah.
see this.
No, 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 hold
But
it up. See?
we might have to let these. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to make myself happy. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna try and be healthy. Gonna try
Drawing
and
flowers with smiley faces.
go to
Yes.
the gym, spend time with my dog, try to be outside, like I said, like with the plants, like the environment that we're in, like it's important. And I just feel like I'm gonna take this time, get myself all resituated and stuff, and I already started looking at jobs because that's what I was gonna do before I just got fired randomly,
Right.
and now I have nothing.
No choice.
Yeah.
Fun. But we love you all. The time has come. Say goodbye.
Bye.
So if you want to find the podcast, you can find us at American Groove Pod on Instagram. And if you want to check out more of Lost in the Groove, you can find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Lost in the Groove Pod. So with that, we love you all, but we're fucking exhausted. And yeah, we're done. We're done venting.
Peace.
Peace, motherfuckers. Oh my god, Jesus.